It's Madden NFL 24, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs on EA Sports.
The first of three here in this Christmas Day spectacular. The Raiders and Chiefs are underway. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, an exciting second-year QB out of Liberty. Went through some growing pains as a rookie. Here's Malik Willis.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Willis. Got him in. It's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Chiefs at 11-3 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game. 18 carries, 56 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the rush.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Lucas Van Ness, a first-rounder from Iowa, there on the tackle. Back to throw, Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. To throw, here's Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Anthony Schwartz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
On third down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 23. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Tucker. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Option play, they give to Evans. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. Down to about the 23. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim this. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run here with Evans. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Willis now off play action. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
A run straight ahead with Achane to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trevor Lawrence. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. end up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Lawrence. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. They go play action with Willis. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Willis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Now Lawrence. That's complete right side to Kmet. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On first down, Willis. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Here's Austin. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Willis looks to pass it here. Forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
At the 37-yard line.
On second down, a run with Evans. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's Willis. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Lucas Van Ness drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Lawrence, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And wriggled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First down.
Evans running behind center. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They shakes him off. And caught it up. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
78 yards rushing for him, guys. His fine rookie season continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
From the gun, here's Willis. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now Austin. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. They go play action with Willis. And the Raiders have got him. Lucas Van Ness able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
He'll let one go deep for downs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Evans now off the option. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Quentin Williams in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Willis with another keeper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw, Willis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Play fake. Here's Willis. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Running left, Achane. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. 3rd and 4. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
36 yards on the punt with no return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Willis will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Escapes the defender. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever won. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Here's 2nd and 7. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier, this would be a two-score game right now if he had converted them.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a stoppage as Samaje Perine appears to have been shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of them. If we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's third down. Throwing now, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the run that should seal the victory. And they take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.